Coming up on News Live at 6, the Baldwinsville School Board is holding a meeting tonight. We'll have the latest on the outgoing situation with the district superintendent.
Plus, history made at the Rosamond Gifford Zoo after an elephant gives birth. We'll have more on this shocking discovery.
And inflation means your Thanksgiving dinner is going to be more expensive this year. Find out by how much. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Over in Baldwinsville, the fate of the district superintendent remains uncertain. He was arrested for a DWI early last month. Good evening, I'm Nicole Aponte.
And I'm Teagan Brown. New at 6, the Baldwinsville Central School Board is holding a meeting today. Our reporter Zach Richter joins us now live from outside of the meeting with more. Zach, are there any new developments on this?
Good evening, Teagan and Nicole. Now, the board meeting is just getting underway here behind me. Now, one interesting thing to note here is that the Baldwinsville Central School District did not say that this board meeting had anything to do with Superintendent Thompson, who's been placed on paid leave. All they said it was a special executive meeting. However, it is safe to assume so. Now, the 48-year-old Thompson was placed on paid leave after drunk driving charges on October 8th. Now, the board was the one who placed him on that administrative paid leave a couple weeks ago, and a village judge suspended his license during his first court appearance. However, it's safe to assume this is regarding Thompson because the board said before their next scheduled board meeting on November 21st, they would address Thompson. They assured parents that a couple weeks ago. And this DUI charge isn't the first time Thompson has had issues with alcohol. Tonight's board meeting will also most likely be discussing the video of Thompson seeming intoxicated while crowd surfing through a high school football game. Now, as we come back here live, it is very easy for members of the public to join this board meeting. All you have to do is go to the website below on your screen, which is bville.org/teachers page, click on the Zoom link, and then join in. It's expected to last till about 8 o'clock here. Citrus TV News will update you on any of the furthest developments from the meeting. From Baldwinsville tonight, Zach Richter for Citrus TV News.
Zach, thank you. We're following breaking news tonight. A New York State Supreme Court judge is pausing construction on the new I-81 project in the Syracuse area. The order comes today after a group called Renew 81 for All brought a lawsuit against the DOT to halt the project.
The group claims the New York State DOT did not follow its own rules in the environmental review of the community grid option for the future of the I-81 project, also adding the state failed to give a hard look at a range of alternatives for the project too.
The case is scheduled to be heard in early January at the state Supreme Court in Onondaga County.
Well, some exciting news tonight. Rosamond Gifford Zoo has 2 new friends. Citrus TV reporter John Perik joins us live to explain. John, what does this mean?
Well, Nicole, on October 24th, 2 of the zoo's elephants, Molly and Doc, gave birth to a male calf. The birth was a success for the zoo, but what came next has made history.
They love animals.
And that's why James Laud brought his twin girls to the zoo today. But he wasn't expecting to hear this.
Walking up here, there's a young lady telling us that there's actually twin elephants here too. So we're like, wow, what's the coincidence, huh?
Rosamond Gifford Zoo now has 2 new friends.
Yes, twin elephants. What do you think of that, Natalie?
County Executive Ryan McMahon first made the announcement this afternoon.
We are happy to announce today that we have twin baby boy elephants here at the zoo.
And a sight North America has never seen before.
In this country, North America, anywhere in North America, South America, Central America, Australia, this has never happened, where there's been a twin birth that the babies have survived.
Zoo Director Ted Fox says when the second calf was born, he struggled breathing, but his staff was prepared.
They worked on the second calf for about 30 minutes to get him standing, get him his heart rate up, to get him breathing normally. And, you know, if that had happened out in the wild or somewhere else, that calf probably wouldn't have survived.
And because of Fox's team, people can now come and see the miracle twins.
Now, our twin girls here get to see the elephants.
And Fox also says less than 1% of elephants born in the world are twins. But now the big question many people are wondering tonight, what are they going to name those twins? Fox says the zoo will likely plan a naming contest in the next few weeks. Guys.
John, thank you. Now to the latest back on the Hill. As part of Career Readiness Week at Syracuse University, Career Services is hosting a Central New York alumni student networking event. Staff will provide helpful tips for establishing long-lasting connections. The event is open to all Syracuse undergraduate students, especially those who plan on staying in CNY after graduation.
The Loop Road at the Lally Athletics Complex will remain closed until 7 tomorrow morning. The final asphalt paving hitting the ground today. Buses will not change their routes, though, continuing to travel along Colvin Street and Comstock Avenue around the complex. So if you're taking the bus tonight, no stops will change.
Syracuse University is partnering with Central New York nonprofits for Operation Orange Warm-Up. Donations of winter coats will be collected at the Syracuse football game against Florida State this Saturday. That's starting at 6 p.m. The bins will be placed at several points outside of the JMA Wireless Dome to collect items. After the game, donations will still be accepted at Hendricks Chapel through Friday of next week.
The annual International Thanksgiving celebration is returning for its 38th anniversary. First-year international students are invited to Shine Student Center on the holiday for a traditional Thanksgiving experience. Students will be able to feast in Goldstein Auditorium. Doors open the night of November 17th at 6.
New details ahead of the holiday. Your Thanksgiving dinner is going to cost you more this year. CitrusTV reporter Bradley Hoppenstein went to local supermarkets to find out by how much.
'Tis the season for higher prices. Thanksgiving is 2 weeks from today, but with inflation up over 7% from a year ago, that Thanksgiving dinner is going to cost you a lot more. About 13% more. Kevin Petrie is the director of food operations at Green Hills Farms. He says customers have adjusted to the higher prices across the board, but it's those holiday items that'll put a dent in your wallet.
A lot of the everyday items, there's some fluctuation. But when it comes to holiday items, there's about an increase of about 30% cost increase over last year.
With prices up across the board, Thanksgiving foods are no exception. Pretty much every staple item will cost you more than last year, including this turkey, which is up 23%. That makes customers like Aaron Inman shop around just to find the lowest prices.
We're like hitting all the stores around the area to see what's cheaper for everything, really.
But even with grocery stores doing their best to offset the costs,
you know, let's say an item went up 20%. It might not sound like a lot, but we might raise it, 15% or so, just to try to get to a price point too that is palatable.
There's no avoiding the year-to-year price hike.
I just told my mom actually in the other store, I was like, how do they expect us to live? I don't know how much longer it can really go on.
In Syracuse, Bradley Hoppenstein, CitrusTV News.
Bradley, thank you. And as we move into the holiday season, we usually see some colder weather around this time, but look, I can't complain. It's so beautiful out.
Oh, it's so nice out today. I didn't have to wear a coat.
Look, I cannot correctly judge the weather at all. Whenever I wake up, it's 30 degrees, and then middle of the day, it's 60 degrees out.
I know. I'm really curious to see if tomorrow morning I'll have to wake up, put on a sweater, put on a jacket.
I hope not.
I want this warm weather to stay forever.
I just want to really just stay out, enjoy the nice weather, looking at all of the people on the promenade and the quad too. It's always the best.
Well, you know who can tell us what the weather's going to be tomorrow? Our weather anchor, Alana Epstein. Alana.
Well, thanks, guys. Now, you're right, the weather has been so nice this week, but we finally are going to start to see those colder temperatures. Now, today it's 61 degrees with that sun out, so really not feeling it just yet. As we move into our temperatures for tonight, it's still going to be pretty nice at 56 degrees, but definitely getting a little bit colder. Now, I want to talk about game day on Saturday against FSU. As we can see, it's getting a little bit colder. We might be seeing some rain during the day, but at the time of the game, it's going to be just cloudy, no rain just yet. But look at the temperature, 44 degrees. That is Syracuse's lucky number, so I'm really hoping that we pull out a win. We are seeing those colder temperatures, but 44 is not too bad. That's all I've got right now. Teagan and Nicole sending it back over to you guys.
Alana, thank you. It may not feel so cold right now, but the city of Syracuse is already in preparation for the holiday season. The Landmark Theater is hosting Christmas at the Landmark with the DeSantis Orchestra. This performance features renditions of Christmas classics mixed with contemporary holiday tunes. Tickets are on sale for $50, with part of the proceeds going to Father Champlin's Guardian Angel Society.
3 new toys have been added to the Toy Hall of Fame. The Spinning Top, Light Bright, and Masters of the Universe were the 3 toys chosen out of 12 finalists to be added. The Toy Hall of Fame is in the Toy Hall of Fame is in the Strong Museum in Rochester and adds new toys every single year. The new toys will be displayed next to the other Hall of Fame toys.
The Rockefeller tree lighting is just a few weeks away, but this year we'll be seeing some upstate pines on our TVs. This year's tree has been cut down and is getting ready to be transported to New York City. The tree is from Queensbury, about 3 hours from Syracuse, and is 82 feet tall.
It weighs 14 tons and requires a crane for lifting. The tree will ride on a trailer over 100 feet long to get to Rockefeller Center, and it will be wrapped in over 50,000 lights, plus a Swarovski star once there.
When you return, control of Congress hanging in balance. 2 days after the midterms, we'll have the latest developments from polls across the country.
Plus, an unexpected inflation cool down. We'll have more on the CPI numbers for the month of October. Stay with us.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the CitrusTV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at CitrusTV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Control of Congress is still up for grabs. Neither party has won enough seats to gain control of the Senate or the House of Representatives.
The Arizona and Nevada Senate races are still too close to call, and the Georgia Senate race is going to be a runoff election. The Georgia runoff will be held after Thanksgiving.
U.S. consumer prices are back on the way down. The Consumer Price Index for the month of October is down nearly 0.5% compared to September rates. October's inflation was still up more than 7.5% over the last year.
October's rates were lower than economists had projected. The Consumer Price Index shows used car prices, clothing, and medical costs were the drivers of falling costs, while energy prices rose compared to August and September rates.
Tropical Storm Nicole is continuing its journey up the Florida coast. 4 people were reported dead in storm-related accidents in Orange County today. At least 45 counties in Florida are under a state of emergency.
Nicole made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane, but was downgraded to a tropical storm about an hour after landfall. It is the 14th named storm of hurricane season. Nicole is only the 3rd November hurricane to make landfall in Florida since record-keeping began.
A Connecticut judge is ordering InfoWars host Alex Jones to pay an extra $473 million to Sandy Hook families. This brings the total amount he owes from the lawsuit to nearly $1.5 billion.
The lawsuit was originally filed by the families of the victims in the Sandy Hook school massacre. Jones has been sued for promoting false conspiracy theories about the massacre that killed 20 first graders and 6 educators.
President Biden plans to meet with Xi Jinping Monday during next week's Group of 20 summit in Bali, Indonesia. This marks the first in-person meeting between the two leaders. They plan on discussing the growing tensions over the self-ruled island of Taiwan, trade policies, Beijing's relationship with Russia, and more.
Xi's government has criticized the Biden administration for their support of Taiwan's independence. Biden has challenged China for human rights abuses against ethnic minorities and their crackdowns on Hong Kong activists.
The latest overseas, Russia beginning its troop withdrawal from Kherson, a strategic Ukrainian city. Ukrainian officials are wary of an ambush from Russian landmines in the aftermath. Since October 1st, Kiev forces have retaken 41 villages and towns. That's the Kremlin illegally annexed.
The Ukrainian presidential advisor says Russian troops plan on turning Kherson into the city of death. He predicts they will shell it from nearby occupied areas across the Dnieper River.
Protests in Iran continue to rage on streets as the nation's intelligence minister and army chief renewed threats against dissent. The protests were sparked 2 months ago by the death of a 22-year-old woman after the country's morality police detained her.
Iranian officials have maintained their threats against demonstrators, with at least 328 people killed and 14,825 others arrested in the unrest. That, according to human rights activists in Iran. The Iranian state media counterfactually claims that security forces have killed no one.
Well, guys, Hurricane Nicole is now a tropical storm. I'll tell you more when we return.
Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
OTN is on all your favorite apps: Apple TV, Fire TV, and Roku. Search Orange Television Network or OTN. OTN has its best shows, short films, and CitrusTV on demand. Family and friends can watch OTN too. Watch the live stream of OTN to catch live CitrusTV news, live from Studio B, and mornings on the Hill. On or off campus, watch OTN anywhere.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News Live at 6. Let's talk about Tropical Storm Nicole. Now, Nicole hit landfall this morning as a hurricane, but now is a tropical storm. It has downgraded to that, and it's affecting the east coast of Florida, but it is heading north, and it's going to be affecting us up here in Syracuse. So let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Now, tomorrow, we can see we have rain all of this week, starting tomorrow at 65 degrees. Now, this rain and all of these showers are definitely going to be making the temperatures colder. Saturday, game day, 56. We have scattered showers. Luckily, at the time of the game, we're not going to be seeing rain just yet. Sunday, we're at 44 degrees with showers. Monday, we're going to be seeing snow showers. At least that's what the forecast is telling us right now. And Tuesday, we're at 41. That rain is not going to be here anymore, but for most of the week, we're going to be seeing rain. So definitely getting into those colder temperatures. Now, taking a look at my photo of the day, I took this on Tuesday when I was heading to the polls. I feel like Tuesday we had pretty cold weather for the first time, but we'll be seeing that a lot more next week. Now, Johnny, what's happening in sports?
Here's to the straggly ones, the lopsided ones, the first ones, the I miss my beard ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. But no way he's grown that in a week ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. That one. The itchy ones. The never forgotten ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The started late ones. The absolutely filthy ones. The drawn on ones. The finger ones. The pin ones. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the yeah, why not ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. They were with you when you felt unbreakable. With you that time you felt most alone. And with you when you realized you would never be. They were with you when you shared your love with the world. And with you when she became your world. Your girls have never left you. They're still with you right now. But how well do you know them? You don't know why. Knowing your breasts can save your life.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Syracuse men's soccer just keeps on dancing. Hey, and welcome into sports. I'm Johnny Gadamowicz. The Orange are going to the ACC championship game for the first time in 7 years. This comes off the heels of a penalty kick shootout win over Virginia last night in the conference semifinals. Now, the Cuse have inked a date with Clemson in the ACC title game on Sunday. A game that figures to be very interesting for Syracuse because the Orange and Tigers have already faced off once this year, a 2-1 SU win on the road. As for the last time the Cuse went this deep in a conference tournament, well, that came back in 2015, a 1-0 win over Notre Dame to give Syracuse its first and only ACC championship victory. Over to the hardwood, Syracuse women's hoops is in action tonight. The Orange welcome Central New York foe Colgate to the JMA Wireless Dome. It's the second game of the Felicia Leggett-Jack era for Syracuse. SU and Colgate, two Central New York rivals. SU took down Stony Brook back on Monday, giving Leggett-Jack her first official win at the helm for her alma mater. As for the Raiders, well, Colgate defeated Cornell in its season opener back on Monday night. Tonight marks the 16th all-time meeting between Syracuse and Colgate, and get this, the Orange have never lost going up against the Raiders in 15 tries. Week 10 of the NFL season begins tonight in Carolina. It'll be the 2-7 Panthers. They host the Atlanta Falcons on Thursday Night Football. There's been all sorts of questions under center as of late for Carolina. At the quarterback spot, starter P.J. Walker went 3 for 10 with only 9 yards and 2 interceptions last week. That before getting benched. But still, interim head coach Steve Wilks has reiterated that Walker will remain the starter despite backups Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold both being fully healthy and ready to go. Free agency officially begins today in Major League Baseball, and well, the New York Mets wasted no time to start making some moves. The Blue and Orange picked up the team option on starting pitcher Carlos Carrasco. The righty went 15-7 with an ERA just under 4 in his second season with the Mets. New York still has many questions to answer regarding their starting rotation, though. Pitchers Jacob deGrom, Chris Bassett, and Taijuan Walker are all on the open market. That'll do it for sports. I'm Johnny Gadamowicz.
Johnny, thank you. When you return, Arlena Epstein is in studio with your Wake Up Weather. Stay with us.
Guys, welcome back to Citrus TV News Live at 6. Let's take a look at our wake up weather. So, Teagan, I know you were asking earlier in the show if you needed to wear, a sweater or a jacket. I would say neither. I would say maybe just like a long sleeve shirt because it's going to be pretty warm at 62 degrees. We're not going to be seeing that sun. As we know, throughout the weekend, it's going to be getting colder and colder. Guys?
Alana, thank you. With Halloween smokiness in the rearview mirror, reporter Jesse Cook has a story on what Syracuse students expect next.
Holiday hangover, wintry anticipation, or is it some sort of holiday purgatory? Stores are already stocking Christmas decorations despite the fact that it is almost a full month and a half away.
Hey, I'm going to have to say that a holiday that I look forward to most has to be Christmas Eve.
I will start getting into the Christmas spirit early November. I've already listened to some holiday songs.
An avid believer in Santa Claus.
For some, it's the fun hats. Or if you're like me, this is more your speed because it's hard not to love the winter holidays. And if you're also like me, well, then you love watching Thanksgiving Day football. But for many college students, that Thursday in late November is really the first tangible chance since the beginning of the semester to see family.
It's a great opportunity to be with family and eat some good food, so I go Thanksgiving.
And it's just like the food, sitting with my family, I can't wait to deal with that.
I'm Jesse Cook.
Jesse, thank you so much.
I think you mean Jesse, and
Jesse. There were 3 Jessies there. Also, we saw some Citrus TV friends there, too.
Yes, Caroline was in there, of course.
So was Alexa Lamalfa as well.
Yes. Well, that is all the time we have today on Citrus. And actually, that was Kirsten, not Alexa. We did not see Alexa, but that's all the time that we have.
For more of the latest, follow us on Citrus TV News on Twitter, or check us out on our website at citrustv.com.
For all of us here at Citrus, I'm Teagan Brown.
And I'm Nicole Aponte. Have a great rest of your night, Syracuse.